should have been me, not him! What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do been to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, maybe a little bit behind, like maybe a whole week behind, maybe I need to do some catch up. So let's not, let me calm down a little bit. Let me focus on where I last caught up on. Even though chapter 23 is already out at the time of recording, obviously I am behind a week. I didn't actually look at any of the chapters because I was like, let's not do that. I want to see, especially for Ichi the Witch. I've been having such high hopes. I've invested so much. I put so much paper down on this manga, gosh darn it. So I do want to like treat it as genuinely as possible. So I didn't look at this chapter. I didn't look at chapter 23, even though I saw chapter 23 already came out, obviously because I'm a week behind. But overall, I'm excited. Obviously, we have Ichi and Descaros becoming family in whatever way that means. I hope the translation was a little bit better. That was a weird way to end off last week. Or not last week, like 2 or 3 weeks ago when Descaros was like, I want you to be family. Like, that was a weird translation. I think it was Adrienne Beck, too, last time. The lettering is always John Hunt, I'm pretty sure. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 22, Mentor-Pupil Blood Contract. Sounds a little... Okay, so she's not... Oh, so she's not adopting him. It sounds like she's... making a blood contract. All right, I mean, it's a world of magic. But first things first... Shiro-sensei, what are they feeding you? What are they feeding you? And where can I get it? Please. What is this? It's peak, that's what it is. But like, what is this? These sheer... Okay. I'm just... At this point, I have to make like a 2-hour video just dedicated to art stuff, like on this channel. Like, it's weird because I'm that guy with a pencil, but I don't think I've ever... I made like some videos explaining my own art, but I don't think I've ever done like a full proper breakdown on why I glaze certain artists so much. But I'm gonna say it. At this point, I've been holding it back. At this point, 22 chapters deep. Haven't even seen chapter 23, but 22 chapters deep. I think Shiro-sensei is currently at the current run of what we're seeing now in manga. The thing is, without Marshall King coming in and existing, Boichi falling from the heavens, being like, I see you people have gotten too comfortable. Now I shall return. Like dropping from the heavens. Like, I think there may be... Who's better right now? Like, genuinely, hold on. This is to the point where I'm about to just run straight to the Googler, bro. Like, I'm going to go straight back to Viz. I'm going to look at the current lineup of Mangies. And I think, honestly, pound for pound, band for band, they're like number 2. They're like, no, that may be a little too much glaze. Who am I missing? I'm missing, like, obviously there are certain people who do different things better. Like, I'd say action-wise so far, obviously, not Suzuki-sensei. Is it? Yeah, Suzuki-sensei. Yeah, Suzuki-sensei of Sakamoto Days fame is better because it's literally the peak. Like, even when JJK was running, Sakamoto Days still had better action. Like, it's not really a competition between there. I mean, I do love, though I am super far behind, I need to catch up on Blue Box viciously. Miyoda-sensei is also a fantastic artist, but their art style is like so different from what the rest of Shonen Jump is running, though, that I do give extreme credit for it, but I can't glaze it to the moon and back like I would certain other things. Kagurabachi, I do love its art style, but I will admit it's a much more on the simplistic side once again to feed easier into the action. The designs there and the general character design is technically a lot simpler in order to lead to more easily flowing action. It's kind of like what Sakamoto Days does. But in terms of sheer artistic quality, I can't really give that too much. I read Elusive Samurai a while ago. In fact, to the point, I'm just going to click randomly on chapter 192, the most recent chapter. Okay, they're pretty goated too, but I'm just still not a biggest fan of their art style and the way they draw characters. So quality-wise, it may be better. Let me look at Nue's Exorcist. I see that, and I've seen it for a while. Let me see what the art style is looking like. Is that one? I mean, it's solid. Ooh, actually, it is very good. I'm readily like flipping through chapter 87 right now. I won't read that too in depth because maybe one day I'll go back and read that. I've started to catch up on Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi. Its art style is fine. It reminds me a lot of, apparently, I think the author is a One Piece assistant. That's what a lot of it reminds me of. One Piece, obviously, itself is still good. It's just not my preferred thing. But yeah, Tatsu-sensei of Den fame. I'm trying to think. At this point, is Ichi the Witch? Is Shiro-sensei the best weekly one to come on a Shonen Jump? Because I'm sorry for you are not calm. And I still need to review Boruto. I think Dragon Ball came back too. I need to review both of those. And I like Shinobi Undercover's art styles too. But, and Spy Family's good too. But yeah, I think at this point, the manga I review weekly from Shonen Jump fame, Ichi the Witch is just the best. It's the best. Shiro-sensei's just cracked. They are literally just cracked. They are even, like, is that too bold a claim? Because Nomura is crazy from Blue Lock fame. I'm trying to think, like, Blue Lock technically it isn't in the Shonen Jump line that I review, at least it doesn't show up on Viz's website, but I think pound for pound, band for band, Shiro Sensei is just the best. The best, currently. And it's not even, it's like, dare I say it's not comp? The only person who's now comp and wins, like, I'm not even not gonna delude myself, who's comp and wins is Boichi. Because Boichi's insane. Boichi's inhuman, alright? Like, if y'all think I'm glazing Boichi, go read Dr. Stone. Go read the first 3 chapters. I need to catch up on chapter 2 and 3 on that too. But go read the first 3 chapters of Martial King and realize that Boichi will always clear because Boichi is a monster. Like, literally, it's Boichi, Murata, and Horikoshi. They're like the big 3 of crazy Shonen Jump artists. I don't know what they're eating, but clearly, whatever scraps of whatever they're eating that has fallen off the table, Shiro Sensei has picked up and gotten. Because this color page is absurd. It's absurd. And the manga itself is always absurd. Like, the quality of the manga is next level in terms of artistic quality. But, like, I could spend... I'm not going to spend too much time, because I realize I'm already 60 minutes deep, and I've only been glazing. But, to glaze a little bit more, the different levels of detail and light reflection and shadow work and the various levels of shadow, like, for a minor example, because I do want to get into the chapter itself, because I'm still very confused about this title. Look at the shadow that Ichi's hair casts over it. If you were like me, aka, or not even, because I'm below, I'd say I'm a 9 out of 10 times I'm a below average artist, especially for someone who's been drawing as long as I have. I'm generally low on artistic quality, pound for pound, band for band. But even like an average tier artist would not do the soft breakages that they do around the edges of Ichi's light reflecting, or the shadow cast by Ichi's hair. And even look at the shadow cast underneath his bangs here and everything. Just the shadow work alone clears most manga I read. And then don't get me started on Jiki Shirone's insanity going on in the background. This manga is going to be a nightmare anime. It's going to be a nightmare anime, and the designs aren't even that complicated. It's just the sheer detail that goes into these characters and the sheer color work and color variety. Even someone like Desukada's here. Look at all the different folds in her clothes. Look at all the different shadows being cast on her. Even look at the detail in her eyes are smaller than my cursor, and there's still more detail in them than there is in like half the manga I read. Like, it is just genuinely absurd to the point where I'm going to stop glazing and stop staring at this page because it's actually genuinely gorgeous, peak, top-tier art. And let's hop right into chapter 22, Mentor Pupil Blood Contract. Ichi, I want you to be family with me. That's better. I still think... Yeah. I think I want you to be family with me. I mean, it's a lot. I forget how the last translation ended. Do I dare? Hold on. I'm gonna skip all the... I know you're all being like, pencil, is it really that deep? It is low-key that deep, y'all. It is low-key that deep. In fact, we're gonna completely break lore, dog. Hold on. We're just gonna go back in time real quick. Hold on. Yeah, baby. See, that's the beautiful thing about recording with OBS now. I can do things like this where I could never do it before. Hold on, let me go back to that rough translation. Because hold on, in fact, was it Adrian Beck? Who translated the chapter as well? Yeah, Adrian Beck. Okay, so let me see. Let me go back to the end. Why? Because I remember it caught me so off guard. I want you be my family. Yeah, that it was missing the two. So that ended up getting corrected by chapter 22. Good. Sorry, I'm so locked into Ichi the Witch right now, bro. Like I've been glazing it to the point where some of my friends are like, hop off its tip, and unfortunately, never. Like it's gonna have to get horrifically bad for me to hop. Like, and I mean everything from the character writing to the artwork. It's gonna have to fall off a cliff for me to stop glazing Ichi the Witch. I'm telling you, unless it gets canceled, which I hope it doesn't. So far, it's actually doing very, very well in Japan. But unless it gets canceled, I'm telling you, it's gonna be next big thing. But let's see, Ichi, I want you to be family with me. She is so fine, dog. Why is it not me? Man, I'd hop into this manga so fast, bro. I'd hop into this manga faster than light. Desukada's, please. Just a chance, bro. Yo, you look like Desukada's, hit me up. You'll get married on the spot. You'll get married on the spot, dog. You'll get married instantaneously. If you look like Desukada's in real life, hit me up, dog. You don't need golden eyes, you know. Just look like Desukada's even in the slide. I'm down. Married, man. I'll find a ring. I will go into the mines and dig it up myself, gosh darn it. But let me see. Ichi, I want you to be family with me. Huh? You what? Ichi's like, I did not sign up to be adopted. Let's see. Oh, yo, he literally, aw. I guess that's what he would. But then again, no, he's seen family. But then again, I guess maybe the question is, and that's the thing, that's the fun thing, but also the thing that's always strange about like magical universes, especially magical universes that take place well before the modern time. Like, man, what are societal conventions like? Like, is adoption a thing in this universe? Maybe he doesn't get that, but then again, she may not be adopting. It sounds like a contract. Let's see. No, it sounds like contract is. Mental image. He's thinking of literal parents with their kids. It's specifically mothers. But then again, that's the thing. Women are a lot more dominant in this universe. Like, they are the supreme power. They're the only ones who can interact with magic. Ichi's the only male. So presumably, they don't be wearing the pants. They be wearing the whole fit. They be wearing the suit. And that's why, yo, Descadas, I'll be a perfect house husband, dog. Just transport me into the manga right now. But let's see. Family. Oh, but you know what? Oh no, he's sweating. He's a little bit nervous about it. Like, you know, I get that. Like, notably, I never got that. Like, the words "mommy" and "daddy" have been so ruined by modern society, in modern internet society. Like, in real life, it doesn't really matter. But like, I don't get that at all. And maybe because I've always been relatively independent to the point where my parents are like, "You were a weird kid to raise. You kind of just figured out how to exist on your own." Remember, we did have to teach you. We taught you like once, and then you just were nigh on entirely autonomous. Like, after a certain point, like literally after like second grade, my parents were like, we never even bothered to ask about your grades. You took care of it yourself. You were harder on yourself than we ever were. And it is literally true. They were not lying. I was the one who set the insane standards for myself and still do to this day. So like, I was just generally strange. So maybe that's why I just don't like the idea of being babied at all. Like, and notably, I do love babying other people. Like it's actual babies too. I love them. I love taking care of people, but I don't like the idea of being taken care of. Strangely enough, I'm not sure why. Once again, parents did a fantastic job raising me. That was nowhere near in the curriculum. That's just like a me autonomous thing. So I get Ichi's general concern of like, I do not want to be adopted, and I'm not going back to baby mode. Okay, let's start by not panicking. Listen carefully, because I'm going to talk about the future stuff that's so hard for you. You know what? Especially like as a person who's been doing like, I had to do a whole bunch of planning because for my job, typically you want to get in, and this is just like the professional world in general, you want to get your PTO in and scheduled well in advance so people in your organization can plot around you. You don't want to wait till the last minute. I made the mistake of waiting till the last minute last year, and it caused a whole bunch of conflict at my job, and I was like, it was a mess. So like literally for this year, one of my biggest goals that I set out and completed, I took all my PTO, all of it, and scheduled it all out and booked it all out. So I was like, and I was getting in contact with people, the people I typically travel with. I was like, hey, I know it's like January, but are you free in December? Because I planned my whole year out already, and for some people, it is really hard to just sit down and be like, dude, that's like the year away. I can't think that far. I'm like, the prices are low now. Now, you can pay an inflated price later. Like 2 weeks before, like I went on a cruise with one homie, and like I told him, hey, I'm gonna book this now. Will you come with me while it's cheap? And he was like, oh, I'll think about it. And I didn't bring it up again because I was like, okay, well, he'll think about it. And then like 2 weeks before, he gets in contact with me and is like, hey, dude, book that cruise. And I was like, the cruise that's now like tripled in price? I'm not paying for you. And he was like, whatever, I'll eat it. And we had a fantastic time. And I was like, dude, you could have to, like you would have saved so much money. Your credit card's now maxed out, gang. Or no, we're here maxed out. I might make some money. But still, I was like, dude, think about the future just a little bit. I mean, it was still cool though. I'm happy I got to go with him because it was a fantastic time. Let's see. Huh? The how and why are relevant, but at the end of the day, I dragged you away from your mountain home. Not only that, I will make you fight against tons of monsters. I'm even sending you off to your death. Thus, it's my response. She is so fun. I gotta stop. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's see. Thus, it's my responsibility to provide you with everything you'll need. First among those is a home, a place you can come back to, no matter where in the world you are. That, honestly, I feel like the idea of a home, it's become a lot more impossible for some people, and I mean like an actual like literal physical home. At least where I live, it is like it is real difficult to get a home just because of how expensive they are, how bad the housing market, as I record right now, is genuinely demonic. Like, unless you're making big beans, like real big beans, you can't just randomly go out and cop a house. Nowadays, it is basically impossible to randomly go out and cop a used car. That's how expensive everything has gotten nowadays, relative to the wages most people are paying, and most people are getting paid. So the idea of a home, not just in like an actual physical space, but a place you can go back to, that is very important. That is very, very important. And notably, home can be different for a whole bunch of people. And I think Descaros is thinking it as a home as not just like the Mental Witches Association, but herself, right? Like, it's the whole idea of becoming family. Like, everyone, even if they aren't your direct blood, like, of course, I have both my parents. They are essentially home in of themselves. So even if they are somewhere else, I will go visit them, and I will essentially be home because they literally are the foundation of my life. Same thing with my grandparents and stuff like that. But stuff like that is important to have, and I think Descanos wanting to be that for Ichi is very sweet. Of course, it's probably going to backfire. Like, I think something about this is going to backfire because it clearly backfired for her brother in one way, shape, or form. And obviously, Descanos immediately leaving. Well, not immediately because she spent some time with Ichi, but we're trying to replace her brother fully in this way is kind of rough. Like, shouldn't do that. But hey. Human emotion, dog. But see, no matter where in the world you are, even if you think you don't need it, you do. So I wonder what, I guess maybe Descaros' current home probably is the Mental Witch Association, possibly Monogold, and probably Toe Guys. Once again, I don't actually know when her brother passed away. We don't have enough information on Libra just yet, so we'll see. You do. Write your name on this. That's all you need to do for now. Can he write? I guess he can. He probably was taught. But still, I feel like Ichi's realm of knowledge is always so strange to me. Mentor... Huh. Can't make out the rest. It's the mentor-pupil blood con... Yeah, I wouldn't sign that. Like, well, if Descaros told me to sign it, I may sign it in my actual... I may, like, take a pencil. I know y'all are like, pencil? What on earth happened? I've been holding down badness for Descaros since chapter 1, y'all. I'm 22 chapters deep. I know not many people are going to watch this review because it's a week late. Because it's a whole week behind. So this will probably be like peak freak pencil you're ever going to get in each of the Witch review. But let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. I've been feeding since week 1. The only reason I'm even so freaking and geeking now is because she's at least drinking age. However, I don't know what that is because that can vary country by country. I know some countries where I have actual family where they start drinking at like 12. So like, maybe, but I don't know. I'm freestyling right. She bad. And she's been bad since chapter 1, but I've been holding back out of fear. But now I ain't holding back. And this is the late review. I'm gonna get free as well, not as freaky as possible. Cannot turn to Freak Dedan and or Freak Saw Man. We'll see. Oh, but what was I saying about the mentor contract? If Descaros told me to sign it, see this pencil? And I immediately write out my full absolute government name. I'm down for it. Mentor pupil, man, maybe. Shoot, we can become family in a different way, Descaros. Take this ring. Let me see. Among witches, the bond between teacher and student is thicker. Okay, see, that's weird. I don't know. Then again, like, I wouldn't ever want to be, and this is a thing that's me exclusive, because I know people do it on both sides of, like, the spectrum. Like, some people are into it, whether they are the person who was dominant in the relationship, or on the bottom of that relationship, or vice versa. Some people who are on the bottom like that. But, like, one, the rule of mine is I wouldn't ever date any of my coworkers. Why? Because we see each other too often. We would very quickly get sick of each other. Or maybe not very quickly. Who knows? Because I've lived with the same people for a long time. But not just that, because it can cause conflicts in the workplace and that. When did you crack, gang? I never even noticed that you cracked. Huh? At least it still worked. But never did anyone. And I definitely wouldn't, even if I were to somehow break that first sub rule or the first main rule, a extra secret sub rule I have, I would never want to date my boss, or even worse, date one of my subordinates. That's just weird. It's just strange. I don't know. Something about that. Something about the imbalanced power dynamic in the professional space. It just doesn't work for me at all. Like ever. It's never like I know some people who do it, and I'm very happy for them when it works out. Like one of my friends literally married his boss, and I was like, oh. I know HR had a field day with y'all, but like still, regardless, I'm happy it's worked out. They've been married for 4 years, and so far they seem happy. Still no kid though. Still waiting to become an uncle. He needs to hurry up. They need to hurry up and get to work. Gosh darn! I was like, okay, so y'all gonna consummate the marriage? Hurry it up! I need to be an uncle, and I'm still not an uncle 4 years out. So like, time gets it clicking. But Yeah, I don't know. It's never really been a thing for me. So honestly, I take back all that said. I'm probably even if it was that, I'd be like, mentor pupil. Yeah, no, I'm not wrong with that. Let's see. The pupil becomes their master's blood, while the master shares their blood with the pupil. Becomes the master's blood. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, I was kidding. Does she actually have to? Oh, no. Interesting. So Ichi writes his name on it. Descanoss's name is already there. And then she slices... It looks like she slices her thumb. Ooh. I mean, like, notably... I could do it right now. So that's crazy. Like, I don't know. I still don't like the sight of my own blood. I'm not one of those who will faint at the sight of my own blood. Like, I know what it looks like. And notably, while I never really did like physical sports like football, I've fallen enough while like running around or doing anything that I know what my blood looks like and have seen it pop out of various places. I'm like covered in cuts. Sometimes I don't know how it happens. Like, I just be boning against stuff and suddenly boom, I'm bleeding. I'm like, oh wow, that sucks. But that's still very impressive that she just... But then again, she's literally been fighting countless magics. I'm assuming she's very used to bleeding or taking damage. Especially considering she has multiple healing spells, something like this probably doesn't even bother her. Let's see. Blip. Oh! Oh, it's lit! Quite literally. Alright. Interesting. Oh! Oh, wow. Literally becomes the blood. At least it looks like it's going... Like, the... I know... Like, I always... Let's back it up. But... For some reason, for the longest time, I always had the idea that the heart was, like, here. Like, very specifically, underneath the left pectoral. Or, like, literally, and by underneath, I mean, like, this is where my pectoral is. This is where, like, my heart would be. And, like, notably, whenever I go to, and even still all these years later, despite knowing that it's actually more, like, center-based, like, apparently it's somewhere up around here, I always, like, go here for my heartbeat. If I'm not going to my wrist or my neck for, like, my pulse and stuff like that. But, typically, the heart is signified to be right here. So... Interesting. It truly does connect them. And it looks like she's the only one that's burning, at least right now. Let's see, she's going to transfer the flame over to Ichi. Reaching out. Oh, one minor detail that I like a lot about Nishi-sensei's artwork is they're one of the few who actually draws darker skinned, or I presume, I mean, once again, does Africa exist in this universe? But African-American characters with pale palms. I mean, it's a minor enough detail that it doesn't bother me when other artists don't do it, but I love the detail, because it is true. No matter what, palms are typically a different... I don't know why it works like that, but presumably just due to evolution, everything else is typically exposed except for the bottoms of your feet, which makes sense. They're consistently in contact with the ground, unless you're walking around on your hands. And your hands are rarely up like this. So I guess, like, just evolution was like, you don't need it. Which is funny, because I guess their fingernails also do act as guards, and that's why the fingernail is also pale relative to the actual rest of your finger, underneath the skin underneath the fingernail. And let me see, and notably, this is an exception to that detail. It looks like I mean, once again, I'm not sure if Nishi-sensei has assistants, but with it being the case, it looks like they just completely shaded Descanoss's fingernails as if they were the same as her fingers, which is interesting, because usually they go out of their way to not draw them. Like, here, and oh, actually, no, it's drawn here. It looks like, so maybe her nails are just painted that way. I know some people do. Some people paint their nails so that they match in just like a continuous line of their skin tone. But typically, it is different colors that I see people paint their nails with, or just black, because black just looks good. It's just in general. Like, look, I 9 out of 10 times the reason you see me wearing a black shirt is because like 90% of my outfits are all black. Why? I don't know. You really just can't look bad in black. It always cooks. I promise you. But let's see. Oh, yeah, okay, so, interesting. So, the fire, it's bursting from her head. Jeez, this is, like, meant to represent her magical power. It's bursting from her. Then she grabs Ichi's head. They both duck down. And then some of it from her heart flows to, his heart. Interesting. So, wow. I would not risk that. Well, I mean, who knows? It probably doesn't have, like, too many consequences. It's them bonding, and I don't think it does anything for them biologically. But I'd be extremely worried messing with that level of magic, but let's see. Woof. There. The two of us are as good as family. Family. Oh, that's... because he's so chill about it, I do forget that Ichi was abandoned as a child with a knife so he could off himself in the woods. He realized that. Yeah, I kind of forget that fact. But yeah, becoming family with somebody would definitely... Yeah, they do not have last names in this universe. But... becoming family with somebody probably for Ichi is like it's the biggest honor. And notably, like, admittedly, it was my best friend who first told me it. My best friend who was like, we were just sitting down one day and we were chatting about the future, right? And he was like, yeah, you know, when I have kids, they're going to call you Uncle Pencil. And I was like, gang, really? like, I don't know. It's a high honor to me. Like, being considered close enough to somebody else that they're like, even though we are not connected by our literal ancestry, yeah, we're family. Like, that is the biggest compliment to me as a person who has parents and, like, has a family, a very large family that I'm very well connected with. Like, being accepted into somebody else's family and being desired and wanted to be welcomed into somebody else's family. Oh, it just hits different. It's just, and it's why, honestly, it's a weird thing. And notably, I haven't necessarily run into issues with it before, and I've met people's families before. I met some of my ex's families. But a big thing that I would struggle with is not being wanted by a family. Like say I meet a girl I really, really like, and we're hitting everything off, and we're good, and I go to meet her parents, and her parents are like, you review anime and manga on the internet? Filth, get away from my daughter. I'd be like, okay, deuces. I don't know. It's a thing that, for me, I'd be like, I can't do that. Because and I especially wouldn't want to bring kids into the world and their family doesn't like the kid. Like, even if they do love the grandkids, which most of the time I've seen even people who have married into families where the family of the bride and or groom did not like the other partner, or the family of the wife or the wife, like, regardless, didn't like their partner, and they had kids anyway. The parents simply do love the kids. But I wouldn't want, like, if say I leave my kids with my mother-in-law and father-in-law, I wouldn't want them to, like, push negative rhetoric about me towards my kids, and I have that. Like, this is like a whole scenario I want to entirely avoid. So that's a thing for me where, like, I would love being accepted in the family to the point where if I'm not, I like the most flex I'm willing to give is that they're neutral about me. They're like, fine, whatever. I was hoping for my daughter to get married anyway. Seemed decent enough. Like, if that's fine, just don't actively despise me. But let's see. Family. Aw. Oh, he's so happy. He's so happy to be so. Is it adoption? Yeah, it's close enough. Close enough to adoption. Family. All right. Now that that's taken care of, clean. Whoa. Tone switch. Okay. Clean all this up when you're done. Okay. Huh? Then draw a bath for me and. I will do that right. Okay. Stop. Okay, I become too much of a monster. I become too much of a creature. But don't worry. It's who. There are actually some people who consistently watch each of the Rich reviews. In fact, someone was asking where they were. Who? 28 minutes deep. Who's still? I'm determining what level of. I'm only halfway through the chapter. What level of freak am I allowed to go to? I won't risk too much, because actually some people do watch each of the Rich reviews. So I'll wait. Let's see. Then draw a bath for me and file all my reports. Can he read and write though? He couldn't even read the rest of that contract. Are you sure you want him to file your reports? I want you to be up before I am in the morning, too. Make breakfast for me and then wait respectfully. I would literally do all of that. How down bad I am for some line art, dog. Like, what is wrong with... I would literally do all that, no hesitation. No hesitation, dog. No hesitation. I'm telling you, gang, I'd be the perfect house husband, dog. Thing is, though, I still want to wear. The only reason I would not be cool with being a house husband is because of not just like how I was raised, but how I mentally internalized myself. Like, I need to be working. I needed to be doing something. Like, I need to bring a significant amount of income to a household. Gosh darn it, I cannot just sit around and loaf around. So even like, I've made the joke before in videos, and I've talked about it with my friends all the time. Like, hey, if your wife was making 7 figures. Is you cooking, cleaning? Is you the ultimate house husband? And we've all agreed, like, notably, at least my friend group, we've all agreed. Absolutely. We're not working a day in our lives. But at the same time, like me, I'd like work at McDonald's or something. If I couldn't, I have a degree and a master's. So obviously I'm getting something much better than just a fast food. But like, even if that was the only thing that would hire me, I'd still do it. I don't know. Something about it would bother me, relying fully on somebody else. And also I'd feel bad. Like, oh, you're going to work every day? Yeah, sure. I'm obviously taking care of the children or even just taking care of the home is a very important job, to the point where sometimes you hire other people to do that. And obviously I would love to spend, that's the thing. If the opportunity did actually present itself, I probably would. Would I just be a stay-at-home dad? Because I want to spend so much time with my kids, dog. Like, and at least for me, once again, it all depends on whatever the future wife says, if I'm lucky enough to get a future wife. But like, I hope to raise my kids how I was raised. I was raised on very little technology. Now, of course, I'm old, so there wasn't actually that much technology out. But, like, I wouldn't really want it, like, what's the big thing now? Like, I think it's, like, Miss Rachel or whatever, and, like, Coco Melon and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't want to raise my kids on any of that. The best they're getting is, like, old Disney movies, gang, and that's rare. Like, they may get Winnie the Pooh and Lion King. That's maybe, like, the only thing they're getting on occasion. They're gonna be just like me. You know what I was left with when I was a kid? My toys and empty sketchbooks. And, like, actual books, which I eventually figured out how to read. So like, and, like, picture books and stuff like that. That's, like, tangible, physical stuff I would interact with. Not just, like, a screen. But once again, it all depends on what my wife says. Because she'll birth them. And by proxy, she has immediate jurisdiction and control over basically anything. Like, I am, notably, I've gaslit gatekeeping girl boss myself into the idea of, like, if I do get married, and I do have kids, everything goes by what the wife says. Because I don't have to birth them. I don't have to carry them for 9 months and then birth them. I don't care if she has the easiest pregnancy and birth ever. It could have taken like 2 seconds and everything would be fine. I don't care. You carry them. I do not. But let's see. And then wait, respectfully. Huh? What's all this? Oh, did I forget to mention the... Descaraz. How'd you do that to our son? No, not my boy. What happens if he denies it, though? The mentor-pupil blood contract is generally more called a slave contract. I mean, like, you know what, I can understand. Like, humans would definitely do this. If the humans, we would definitely do this. Let's see. The pupil has to obey the mentor in all things, and I say you're to wait on me hand and foot. My orders are absolute. But, like, what happens if he denies them? Is he, like, literally compelled to do them? What if he just says no? Like, can he fight back? Like, once again, Descaraz. I mean, then again, he could probably cook. I feel like Ichi probably has, like, a very deep cooking bag. But, like, what, do you really want him making you breakfast? Do you really want him filing your report? Like, of all the people, like, I'm not saying Ichi ain't qualified, but he kind of ain't qualified. Like, what is he even, like, if he can't read the contract, no, he just signed his life away to you, which I would do willingly. But if he couldn't read the contract, what, like, he's not going to do a good job at any of these stuff you ask him to do, except for maybe drawing a bath and maybe cooking. But even then, does this guy bathe? Like, does he know how to bathe himself? Presumably, but, like, does he? He didn't have a bath in his home, so, oh no, I wouldn't do that. Let's see. I didn't know that! I didn't tell you! Oh, Descaraz, my glorious queen, why would you do this? Let's see. With this, you're now officially my dog! and she beams out of there, too, of course. Come back here! I take it all back! Bring the paper back here! Poor Ichi dog. Bro thought he was getting well, I know some people actually do consider, like, kids as extent. Oh, he still cares though. He's still happy to just have family. But, like, some people do, and I wouldn't consider my kids this way. And who knows? I may continue the cycle just because, like, it's innate. But, like, I don't want to be the parent that's like, the remote is right next to me, and then I call my poor child from whatever they're doing and be like, hand me the remote. I've had to do it before, and I love my parents, but occasionally I've had to do stuff nearly on that caliber. I don't think anything to that caliber, at least from what I can remember. Who knows? Maybe I blocked out the trauma. But, like, I've heard the horror stories of that where, like, and even then, there's certain things, like, whenever I am with my parents, right? But I'm not in the direct same room as them. If they call my name, if they go pencil, I know there's no point in me responding back like, yes, or how can I help you? I must go to them. I'm a full grown man. If I am summoned, I am summoned. It is not a response. It's not even like a pick up a phone and call me like, you need something? What's up? It is go to their physical location or wherever you think their physical location is. That's how it's always been. And I may keep that, but who knows? Once again, I'm so far. I'm currently not even in a relationship right now. So having children, far off the radar, as far as I know. Please, I'm not ready for kids. Let's see. She should have made a quick getaway. Ichi, I feel like you could have caught her. Maybe. Though Descaraz is much more powerful than Ichi still. She's still, like, at this point, is she just the strongest in the verse that we know of so far? Like, she was giving the world hitter magic back shots, dog. Like, and Togais did not help in terms of, like, making that fight even more even. She barely took any damage while she had decapitated the world haters. Like, she's probably #1 in the verse right now. Let's see. No matter where I am, a home I can come back to. Family. Aw, so see, he's still happy about it. And yeah, I get that. Especially for someone with Ichi's backstory, it makes perfect sense that he'd be, even if there are negative stipulations he was not ready for, it makes sense he'd be so happy to just have a family. Let's see. I gotta stop saying she's so fine, dog. I gotta stop it. I gotta stop it. I gotta stop it. I gotta stop. I'm not a fiend, bro. I'm not a fiend. I'm telling you. We're hard lie. There's so many things I want to say at this moment. But since I still don't have like an exact hard confirmation, because I'm old, so I don't have an exact hard confirmation, she could. Yeah, we ain't risking nothing no. But interesting. They seem extremely freaked out over this. Let me get. There's probably like extra stipulations because it seemed weird that they're like their hearts literally bound. So what? Let me guess. If either of them die, they both die. It's like what am I thinking of? There's something I'm specifically thinking of where like it's like boom, top of my head. It's like the Kami Piccolo lifelink thing where when Kami was still like a character in Dragon Ball, if Piccolo died, Kami died, or if Kami died, Piccolo died. Like there was something like that. I'm guessing where like by tying herself to Ichi, she ended up double linking herself to Ichi. So ultimately, if Ichi gets got randomly, she dies too. That's the only reason they'd be freaking out this much. I'd assume. Because if she just gets all the benefits of being his master, including absolute servitude, like, there's nothing to be freaking out over. Let's see. Even, and this is the first time we've seen Shirobadana, like, actually concerned. She witnessed the world hater Madri and was just like, she saw a male witch and was like, she saw King Ururo fully manifest and was like, she has never been, like, actually terrified before. So for both the leader and the analytic witch to be so freaking out, I'm assuming this is something crazy. Descaros! What have you done? Sorry. She's so fine and so funny, bro. Why? Why? Tell me that it's human nature. Why? But let's see. This is not something a mere sorry can fix. Okay, so this has got to be crazy. You have got to be kidding me. An actual mentor-pupil blood contract. Oh, okay, we're getting lore. Mentor-pupil blood contract. Mentor and pupil make a vow in blood, casting a spell that chains their hearts together, while the pupil cannot refuse their mentor's commands. Okay, that is crazy. That is actually, why would anyone sign this? What on earth? What is the benefits of that? That is horrific. What? You can't refuse any of their commands? What if they tell you to jump off a cliff? Well, presumably. I'm gonna guess. Should the pupil die, the mentor lose their life as well. Okay, so yeah, that is horrid. There is no reason to ever undertake this. No, yeah, what on earth? Descaros, why? Let's see. That's a nasty old relic of witchcraft that only uses the names of mentor and pupil. Yeah, honestly, that sucks. Nobody uses it nowadays. Heck, most people consider it a curse. Did you know that when you cast it? So it's not only is this the most, like, perturbed we've ever seen Shirobadana, but also this is, like, the most genuinely critical. She's like, really? Really? Like, she's actually questioning Descaros' qualifications. And I'm wondering that, like, why would you do this? Why? You heard the prophecy. Oh, yeah, that's a big thing they'd be worried. Like, and Descaros presumably is, like, a big deterrent for most human hater magics, just by her existence, right? Like, she's very similar, ironically enough, to Sato de Gojo in that sense, where her probably just existing has most magics, and anyone who, like, would rebel, or even other witch associations, like, curbed, where they're like, the Mantinelle does have the most powerful witch on the planet, let's not mess with her. Or let's not mess with them, and by proxy her. Same case here, where, like, ultimately, if other people find out, and it looks like down badness aside, unless this thing consistently radiates, she did have to pull down to reveal it. So, unless, like, Ichi's clothes get blown away in battle, or presumably he takes it off like he did in the Summon situation, most people wouldn't tell this. But if you mean to tell me the strongest witch on the planet is now life-linked to some fodder? Okay, Ichi's in fodder, but, like, life-linked to some fodder? Yeah, I'm going for Ichi triple time now. Like, I gotta remove it if I'm an enemy to the Mantinelle Witch Association, or even a human hater magic that would like Descaros to be gone and would like to free all the magic presumably trapped inside her. Let's see. Easy. I don't want to be some foolish adult who dumps the world's problems. She's an adult. Hard confirmation. Hard from her herself. She bad. We aren't gonna go super down bad yet, but still. Let me stop. Let's see. Who dumps the world's problems on a kid's shoulders and then kicks back and relaxes in the peace their sacrifice creates. Oh, interesting. So so yeah, I genuinely think she believed she was gonna die too, and also it's probably like a mix of factors. It's Descaros' own belief that she was gonna be the one to die facing the world hater magic, so she was willing to sacrifice herself. Two, now with the context of Libra being a thing, and possibly the Libra even dying to the world hater magic, that's two things. And three, it is that genuine sense of responsibility where she's like, I want to take ownership. Now there truly is no greater ownership, right? Where before she could have just trained Ichi and been like, whatever, throw him out the problem, and then presumably just fight the world hater magic for forever until one of them runs out of stamina and both die. Now she's like, he literally can't, or else I do. So now she's put the ultimate stakes on it. She's lifelink with bro. Dragon Ball has two fantastic examples of this, actually. It is literally right now a Supreme Kai and Beerus situation, where like Supreme Kai is infinitely weaker than Beerus. Heaven forbid Beerus let Supreme Kai die, because they will both die in that scenario. Same case with Deskos. Right now, Ichi, he's probably nowhere near even top 20 in the verse. Probably not even top 30. And I'm just assuming there are that many other powerful Monstrix and witches out there, but I don't think he beats anybody right now. Even with like the Uro Amp, like the moment someone's able to dodge his Uro Amped attack, he's cooked. He immediately passes out. We see that even him stabbing himself was enough for him to stay conscious. So yeah, the arguable number one in the verse just tied herself to a bottom tier. There is no greater gamble or responsibility now. Let's see. Because that dumb mutt only knows how to charge in head first and... Oh, wait, I skipped the panel. Don't worry, I'm sure we're plenty prepared in case the worst happens. Let's see. Because that dumb mutt only knows how to charge in head first and get himself killed. I'm gonna make his leash good. I love how she's keeping with the dog analogy. I'm gonna make his leash good and tight and train him up so he's so powerful enough to blow that stupid prophecy out of the water. Okay. So she's like, I'm going to do a good job training him. And also, and you know what though? I do like that, because that means that Deskos is not going to get removed from the narrative, at least not for a while. By hard locking her to this, sure, there's not going to be many stakes, because obviously, like, I mean, there technically is a stake. If Ichi dies and Deskos isn't fast enough to react, they both die. But obviously, we're not going to kill our main character. That's the only thing about a contract like this. We're not killing not just our main, but the titular character. Like, the focal point of the plot. The only male witch in existence, as far as we know, 22 chapters deep. Who knows, maybe 23 will reveal another one. But 22 chapters deep. There ain't no way we're all for our main character. So technically, there are no stakes out of universe. We all know this. I mean, there's still stakes of Deskos dying, but she's currently number one in the verse, so I highly doubt that. But even Ichi dying, highly unlikely. But still, in universe, this is the greatest level of stakes and responsibility she could place on herself. And I do respect that. After all, now, we're family. See, I still don't think, I still didn't think Deskos should have gone to therapy, dog. Like, this is still not a healthy coping mechanism for the loss of your brother, but like, it is nice to see that both of them are so heavily invested in this idea of family. That's sweet. And then she leaves. Oh, and Monogold and both Shira Madonna are both like, okay, I didn't know she knew how to look like that. Oh, so pure, so happy, so accepting. I believe it. Let's see. Good morning. So, did he actually have to make her breakfast? Oh, looks like he did actually have to make her breakfast. Wow. That sucks. But let's see. So, we just got a new prophecy from Jiki Shirone. Does she just drop him like random? Like, endless like, at least in the Percy Jackson series, we got a prophecy like a book. We got like 3 prophecies in the past 3 days. Let's see. I love Kamuki. I hope she gets more, though. I'm really hoping she gets something. Whether it be a magic or something, I hope she gets more. Let's see. What's this all about now? Another new one? Supposedly came down just this morning. Jiki Shirone herself is so worn out by so many prophecies in a row that she's taking a vacation. She can do that? Can she control that? Let's see. Monsters can get tired? Really? Yeah, considering they're literally immortal, I'm actually kind of shocked they can't get tired. Oh, okay. The human body it inhabits was never the healthiest. Ah, so okay. I thought Jiki Shirone intentionally put its victims into comas, but it looks like she did just take a weak comatose body, and then now needs to deal with that. That would kind of suck. Going from infinite stamina to heavily limited, that would kind of be booty. Let's see. To prepare for the battle against the World Hater, travel to the joyous land of Bakugami. Bakugami, interesting. And acquire the magic which slumbers there. There's only one magic? Oh, that's a nice and concrete prophecy. Is this magic one that we'll need to fight? He's like, oh, one that we'll need in the fight? I thought he was like, can I throw hands with this one? Please. The last one I fought barely wanted to throw hands. Let's see. It says, do so, and you shall receive a stalwart companion who will fight beside you. Are we doing a 4-man band? We're going to do a 5-man band? I mean, I'm so used to trios at this point. I'm shocked. Are we actually going to do a 5-man band? Let's see. A companion? Oh, so Deskos, you didn't fully read the prophecy? I love this trio so much, though. I really, now the only lagging factor, Kamuki, we're going to need some more from you, girl. You're already cooking pretty much, but I need some more from you. But let's see. Oh, what is this thing? I'm sorry. Oh, no, I already gave that voice to the mushroom. I gotta wait a little bit longer before I give that voice to somebody else. Come on. I'm sorry. Who is this? Let's see. There. It's okay. Now, be a good little small fry. Oh, jeez! What on earth? And tell me. Oh, so tell me how to acquire you. So this is probably another mage. All right. And tell me how to acquire you. All right. So this is presumably the new. Okay. Yeah, I've been recording for 45 minutes. I have to hit the gym. Wait, no. Yeah, W chapter. Thank you so much for watching. If you somehow made it all the way to the end of the super late review, I know there are gonna be like 3 of you. If this video clears 100 views, I'll be so happy. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave new companion in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure the notifications so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you don't have a Patreon down below. You can support me for as low as $1 a month. You get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You can also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some folks include the live reactions, the issues I have to review, and variations of all my videos. And if you become a $20 Patreon or a $20 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, you have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame 0, Glacier, XZ, G Prosper, Zeta, and Brandon Payne. Then I'd like to give a little thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin, Encarnacion, and A+A. And then I'd like to give a huge thank you to our Ink tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchiha, Yuki Ally, and Carlo Alaimo. Then I'd like to give a gargantuan thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. Then I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our colored art tier patron: Waki Minos, and iDemokami. Then I'd like to give a final legendary top of the line thank you to our That Guy with a Pencil tier patron, the glorious king, Calvin Elder.